Recursion is like standing between two mirrors. One reflection leads to another and another until it seems infinite. Now think of your beliefs. A belief about yourself creates a thought. That thought shapes a feeling. That feeling reinforces the belief. That's recursion. If the loop is empowering, it becomes a virtuous cycle. If it's disempowering, it's a fucking hamster wheel from hell. Imagine water looping through a hose that curls back into itself. If the water is clean, every pass nourishes the soil. If the water is toxic, every loop poisons it further. That's the difference between recursive love and recursive fear. Your brain is like a playlist on repeat. If you're looping I'm not enough, that's the track that keeps autoplaying. NLP is like grabbing the remote, adding a new track. I grow through challenges, and letting the recursion of repetition make that your new anthem. Recursion is a river circling through valleys. When unobstructed, it carves fertile land. But if dammed, the water stagnates. That's rumination. The key: break the dam, rebuild the flow. Recursion is not just about numbers or thoughts. It's the way life itself scales. DNA spirals, galaxies spin, economies cycle, relationships loop. By chunking up, you see recursion as the architecture of reality. That means every time you repeat a word, a gesture, a thought, you're already doing recursion. Every morning coffee ritual, every self-talk loop in the mirror, you're a recursive being, whether you like it or not. If your highest value is freedom, notice breaking a toxic recursive loop, like people-pleasing. It's actually a path to freedom. If your value is love, realize recursion amplifies love exponentially when it becomes your chosen loop. And as you hear this, you might notice how you've always used recursion unconsciously. And you may begin to wonder what happens when you turn that recursion in the direction of power instead of pain. And as your unconscious learns this now, it can begin to automatically loop the new beliefs in ways that feel natural, inevitable, and self-sustaining. Time itself is a recursive harmonic motion, not linear. DNA is recursive, spirals folding spirals. Prime numbers repeat patterns in infinite recursive lattices. Consciousness is recursive self-reference, the observer observing itself. In other words, recursion isn't a trick, it's the fundamental algorithm of reality. If you don't interrupt toxic recursion, you live inside a fucking Groundhog Day loop of suffering. Same argument, different lover. Same financial stress, different year. Same fear, different mask. If you do embrace conscious recursion, you create compound interest and growth. Every repetition adds exponential power, like lifting weights, small reps, recursive sets, big muscle. Why fear it? You fear recursion because it exposes how much of life is a loop that you didn't consciously choose. People fear ridicule when they break loops, because the tribe thrives on shared recursion, culture, habits, beliefs. But here's the truth. Breaking recursion, it's how every innovator, mystic and polymath shifted history. Confusion is not the enemy. It's the brain's loading screen. When recursion breaks, the mind scrambles. Open, vulnerable, ready to reinstall. That's the golden moment to plant a new recursive pattern. That's why hypnosis, paradox and shock can transform lives. You do this already. Breathing, it's recursive. Inhale, exhale. Heartbeats are recursive. Systole, diastole. Language is recursive. The man who said the man who said the man. Learning is recursive. You practice, forget, remember, refine. You're already a master of recursion. The only question is, are you looping shit that shrinks you, or shit that expands you? Listen, if you keep running the wrong loops, you'll waste your life replaying excuses. People will walk all over you because you're looping "I don't matter" while smiling politely. Flip the fucking loop. Every repetition makes me stronger. Say it, run it, repeat it until it eats the old loop alive. Because here's the deal. Life is recursive whether you act or not. The karma is compounding interest. Choose wisely what you put on repeat. Recursion is the mirror, the loop, the law. You already breathe it, think it, live it. Use it unconsciously and it enslaves you. Use it consciously, it becomes the engine of mastery. So what loop do you want to set on autoplay for the next decade?